Calling it a night right now is a bit tongue in cheek.
Yeah, we came out of fabric and it was just daylight
So
already.
I don't know. It seems a waste of time to me somehow. You know, I'm pretty. I mean, I don't know. Is it on a live stream or something? Surely there's a picture or something if you really wanted to see it. I don't. Like just God, 20. There's so many more interesting things you could do with 22 hours.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's horribly cynical, and admittedly, I'm not. You know, I'm not some ardent Republican, but I'm very neutral about the monarchy. I just don't see the reason for it. You know.
Yeah, and it's like. She's a very important and very influential person. And I understand people want to pay their respects, but that's commitment. 22 hours in a queue?
Mate, it's probably more than... It was 22 hours when we were on the train. I read a post a couple hours before that was 14 hours. It's probably longer than 22 now.
Yeah, I reckon so. It's probably only got longer since then. But, yeah, I mean, again, I completely get wanting to pay your respects, right? But... That is some commitment.
They didn't know the Queen personally. They saw her on TV. They listened to the Christmas address. It's not... I don't know. You hear, you know, everyone goes on about these parasocial relationships with like Twitch streamers, YouTubers. It seems to me, you know, it's like a nationally approved version of it, just a little bit of an older... They've never spoken to this woman in their life.
Nationally mandated.
Yeah, true. You say you're not a fan of it, you get arrested, don't you? At least if you write it on a sign.
See, that's the thing that's really, like... I don't know, with the bill passed last year against rights to protest, the fact that just holding a sign can get you arrested.
It wasn't even that, mate. It was the 86 one, breach of the peace. This shit's been on the books for a while. They're just abusing it more. No, they didn't even use the modern stuff. Breach of the peace is broad enough.
But yeah, I think that is just not on.
Yeah.
Like,
also,
it's people should be allowed to express their opinions publicly. People should be allowed to protest, and if at the slightest bit of dissonance, you can be arrested just for expressing an opinion that doesn't agree with the government. Well, that's a fucking slippery slope to fascism there.
I get it's a fucking difficult one to police, but they arrested the guy for having the blank sign because he could have written something offensive. He could have written like "Not my king" on it, and then they decided that was enough to haul him away.
Yeah,
dodgy of me.
It's scary stuff.
I'll stick away from this.
Definitely would much rather have a night of dancing than a night of queuing.
Directly have a night of dancing down there as well, but it might be deemed a bit inappropriate. I don't know.
I was here yesterday. I was queuing for 4 hours yesterday, and now I'm going to queue until I reach there. Basically, I loved her being a woman and how she managed with everything, how she balanced things. That's the main thing I love her for. That because like being a different culture, being Asian, so it's very difficult for a woman. So I never look at her as a queen. I look at her, a woman have to go through with she's a mother, she's a grandmother, she's a mother-in-law, how you have to go through the stages to balance everything. That's what I loved about her, and I'm here to represent all of my family.
because she obviously was a beautiful woman. She seemed approachable, and it felt like my nan. So when I heard the news that she died, she reminded me now how she was now, of like a grandma, but so lovely and kind and beautiful. And I've just been looking at some of her photographs from back in the day. Stunning woman. And I'm a big fan of Charles and the royal family. So yeah, I just felt like I had to come. And COVID's been shitty. And this year with the Jubilee, I never got up for the Jubilee. But have you walked down the mall this year?
No.
It's beautiful. All the flags are up. I mean, there's barriers everywhere because I think the grandchildren are coming to Westminster tonight, aren't they? But I don't know what time, so I think they must be driving maybe from Buckingham Palace and the barriers and things around. Yeah, there's little tents and people in they're lying down with not space blankets. They look like space blankets, but they're cushioned a bit, like trying to keep warm. I'm gonna have a pint somewhere for sure. It's a bit early though, isn't it? I think it's 8:03.
Like, so mental. I can't believe how long people are queuing. Because like, we live down near Southwark Park, and like I went on a run yesterday and I didn't expect to be blocked off by a queue. I was like, what the fuck? I just think it's insane. Like, Ellis was just asking me what I would queue, what's the longest I'd queue for something. And like, maybe if Newcastle got in the Champions League final, I'd queue.
No, it has to be a not enjoyable experience.
That's the thing.
It has to be something that you can just say for like clout. I would queue 15 hours to snog Mick Jagger.
Yeah, but you're going to enjoy that. That doesn't count.
Am I going to enjoy that? Probably not.
I don't know. I don't think that's the same. How long would you queue to see Mick Jagger's dead body?
I wouldn't. But they don't even get to see her dead body.
Yeah, because to be
it's
fair,
just the box.
if they all snogged the Queen, I might do the queue.
Her dead body, or is she alive?
Either.
I'd queue 11 hours to snog the Queen.
Yeah, I'd
Not
take that.
22 though.
Yeah, a bit much.
But she has to be alive. I don't want to snog her dead.
That's fair enough.
And I want it to just be like her in like the back room of a pub. I don't want to have to go through all the like.
As you walk into the blind nippy. Exactly.
Yeah.
Also, like, historically, even if you were like against the monarchy and that, I could see why you'd maybe go just like out of like, this is a big world moment, I want to see what's going on. But then suddenly the amount of people and the amount of time you're queuing is brought into it. Like, we've been walking for ages and the queue is actually like this now, like for quite a while back.
Yeah.
It's not moving. When I saw it before, I thought it was like almost like a march. Because everyone was like moving loads. So I thought, oh, fair enough, maybe it's just a really long walk and like winding round. But this, for fucking however long it is.
I mean, that's what I just don't really understand. Like, I get she's the queen and like she's a big, powerful like woman or whatever, but she's an unelected official. Like,
Margaret Thatcher was in power, still can't.
yeah, Liz Truss in power. Come.
Yeah.
Theresa May, wet bitch.
We're firing them off, to be fair.
Yeah, there've been loads of women in power. The thing is, if they're, greedy Tories, they're not going to do very well. But if you put like, I know Diane Abbott wore mismatching shoes, and that was a big problem for everyone. But actually, I think I'd queue for her. Not to see her dead, but just to be like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
She's nice.
She's She's just a nervy speaker, but so am I.